Your next comic coming to the stage really wanted some needle drugs tonight. I could have done better, that's all I'm saying. Joe Nicola, everybody, let him hear it!
Give it up for Corey in that last comic. Okay, that's enough. That last comedian was wonderful. You didn't have to make fun of my GoPro video, though. I worked really hard on that. I'm short, so I had to be on my tippy toes the whole time. How dare you? So, in case you're wondering, my dad's an Arab, and my mom's Jewish, so I just hate myself. Let that one sink in a little bit. I like being Jewish. Lots of famous people were Jewish. The most famous Jew, Jesus. I'm wondering if he had the problems I did growing up and that your family was pressuring you to join the family business. He's like, Ma, I don't want to be a carpenter. I'm on tour now. I've dropped the of Nazareth. People know me. And that was before social media. Like, he performed and word got out. That's awesome. You know, Jews built the pyramids. People don't realize that, which probably means we complain the entire time. You want it how big, Pharaoh? Tell you what, we'll build you 50 10 ones, small ones. We'll take the tips down. It'll look real nice. Yo, Pharaoh, you'll love it. I traveled back in time recently. I traveled to North Dakota. And it's still 1982 there. It's really interesting. Not only in hairstyle and in culture, I was sitting alone by myself at a bar in North Dakota. And a woman, local, comes up to me and she just looks at me and she goes, "Are you a gay?" Like it was a profession. Doctor, lawyer, CEO, gay. Well, I went into education and then got my gayness. Now, that day I wasn't planning on being the spokesperson for the LGBT community, mainly because I'm just not qualified. But I stepped up to the plate and I said, "Do you mean hello?" Gets better. And she goes, "It's okay if you are. I just need to know." So apparently she was doing a survey for the city. You know, that's how they get their funding, so I participated. That was nice. So, tell you what, let's just, I'll leave you with this. I learned something about science recently. I was at the zoo, and I found out what happens when you combine human DNA with a cheetah. You get kicked out of the zoo. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm Joe Nicola. Love you.
It's a rookie move. That's why you stick to the reptile cages. Nobody cares what's going on in there, I'm just saying. You guys ever notice how sexy snakes are? There we go. I just wanted one groan. This asshole's laughing at everything. I hate it. Your next comic coming to the stage. Please welcome Eli Ruffer, everybody.
Hi, I'm Eli. I'm going to take a little crack at making you guys laugh. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with some big honesty. I have a fear of commitment. I get very scared when I'm asked to update my computer. I'll just be typing something or listening to music or watching porn, and the window pops up that says, "Your computer's ready for an update." And I don't hit yes. I don't even hit no. I hit ask again later. Because who knows? Maybe by then I'll be ready. I make raps. I just released a mixtape exclusively on Etsy. I'm also a bit of an amateur DJ, just sort of learning at the moment, so mostly doing covers. I need a job, so I sent my resume to the NSA, but I realized they already had it. So for now, I'm just going to be the artist in residence at my parents' house. The thing about a 50s style diner is you have to get the right century. The nice thing about having a grandfather with a medical marijuana card is that compared to my last dealer, he hits on my sister way less. I'm just kidding. I don't have a dealer or a grandfather. They say drinking milk makes you strong, but when push comes to hug, words still hurt. They say 1 is the loneliest number, which would make the loneliest Roman numeral I. It's okay. I went speed dating, but I got stood up. So instead, I speed read 100 Years of Solitude. I'm curious if the horses who pull carriages through places like Central Park just assume all human relationships are very tense. Do they just think people are very quiet generally towards each other, and one person's always saying, "Why did you think I would enjoy this?" And the other person is like, "Jesus, you're impossible to please." And the horse is like, "I could cut the tension with a hot carrot." They say your password's supposed to be a secret, so mine was that when I was little, I accidentally left my bird's cage open and the dog got to it. But then my brothers told my parents recently, so I changed it to something that I'm not telling. I've been doing a lot of arts and crafts lately. Well, not as much lately because my glue stick broke, and I can't fix it because my glue stick is broken. I wanna do some impressions. So this is an impression of Elmo agreeing with you. That's my impression of Elmo agreeing with you. This is my impression of Yoda agreeing with you. That's my impression of Yoda agreeing with you. This is my impression of Marge Simpson agreeing with you. That's Marge Simpson agreeing with you. One final impression for me tonight. This is my impression of Macy Gray agreeing with you. That's Macy Gray agreeing with you. I'm Eli Ruffer. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Eli, everybody. Let him hear it. Your next comic coming to the stage. Please welcome John Stark, everybody.
Finally losing that baby weight. Never should have eaten so many. I'm aging pretty badly, you guys. And I'm worried because they're going to have to do the exam soon. You know. Yeah, that one. Yeah. And what I'm worried about is that the doctor's going to get up there with the, his magic wand or sonic screwdriver or whatever it is. And I'm going to say something inappropriate. Like, finally. Someone who knows what they're doing back there. If I couldn't get my ex-wife to do it, might as well get insurance to pay for it. Old age is kind of like a bad friend who doesn't care about, trivial things like your bank account or your feelings or how long it takes to recover from 7 beers. But he's like, the friend who's like, come on, man, we can handle anything. And you're like, hey, buddy, I know we're driving on Christmas Eve morning to that divorce you caused. Don't you think we should just shit our pants a little bit? Fuck. Can I just be honest? I don't fucking know how magnets work either. And I have a master's degree. I mean, it's in theology, but still, like, we gotta be nicer to juggalos. Like, you could tell me that the electrons all move in one direction, but, like, you might as well say it's a miracle. Because shit sticks together and I can't see why. Not even theology has answered that question. So I learned recently that we domesticated dogs about 40,000 years ago, but cats domesticated themselves about 10,000 years ago when we started building granaries and attracted mice. They were like, look at the big dumb naked cats, they have built a mice machine. Let us get close to them and allow them to worship us. But this is what I realized. Like, we're about 25,000 years away, or because we're good at accelerating these processes, maybe a few hundred years away from cats who are just as dumb and lovable as dogs. But what I'm really holding out for is gators. They've started coming around our human settlements, raiding the cribs that we've been leaving out for them. If we hurry the fuck up, we could have gators that have breathing problems like pugs or that think they are lap dogs like Great Danes. In like 500 years, we could have gators with like long scales. I have a spectrum disorder. It's called midlife crisis. I'm a very low-functioning patient with it. But I do have exams coming up. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap that up with that. Keep it Eau Claire in the streets and Linda Blair in the sheets. My name is John Stark. Thank you.
Here we go for John Stark, everybody. Let him hear it. Your next comic coming to the stage. Please welcome Adam DeLong, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So the first thing you probably notice is that I'm very tall. I do not like that to be a conversation starter, though. I was at a family event recently, and 3 times in 5 minutes, people came up to me and they go, "Wow, are you still growing?" It's like, I'm 6'6" and 30 years old. You've known me since I was born. No, we just ran out of things to talk about when I was 17 and came out, Uncle Tim. It's great. It's real uncomfortable now. This is cool. I also don't like when people try to guess my height, like walk up on me on the street. And some dude today, are you 6'4"? I've got earbuds in. I don't want to. It's not a carnival game. If you're going to guess my height, I'm going to guess your weight. And I'm guessing high because the only prize I have to give out is hurt feelings today. So that family function was actually my grandma's funeral a couple weeks ago. Yep. You guys feel the way I do about it. It's great. She was old. It's fine. She was not a very nice person. Laugh at that. Great. She really wasn't. When my mom was unwed, found out she was pregnant, my grandma just goes, "Well, did you let it go too far?" You are the one who does not like kids, yet you had 9 of them. Let's talk about how things went too far. Let's wrap it up, lady. When I was about 8 or 9, Mother Teresa died, and I was at dinner at my grandparents' house, and I said, "Well, I'm really sad that she died because she did a lot of good for the world." My grandma looks me dead in the eye and goes, "Well, Adam, there's such a thing as doing too much good in the world." I don't think they're adding Saint Colleen to that anytime soon, so let's not come for Mother Teresa here. I was watching the news the other day about a guy who beat a 1 in a million cancer, and he went on to say that, he wouldn't wish this on his worst enemy, and I kind of hate that saying because I have epilepsy, and I'd kind of wish that on anyone for anything. I don't even have to not have it anymore. Like, these guys have pizza up here, and I want it. Epilepsy, all right? You guys got a better parking spot than me outside? Epilepsy. I've got nervous gas up here, and this guy's going to take the blame otherwise. Lepsy, all right. I want to tell you guys, you will never be labeled with your last name in a gay guy's phone if you worked with them or they're interested in you. It's always going to be where you worked, where you met, or in some cases, the size of, you know. So the other night I was at the bar with my friend Little Dick Brandon, and he texted me to talk. He texted me to talk some shit about some people next to us, and that did not go so well. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to tell you guys one last thing, and that's the last time I cried in public, and that was very recently. Thank you. I run a show called Stand Up St. Paul, and we recently had our first sold-out gig, and thank you. I got really drunk as a celebratory thing after that, and when I get drunk, I get emotional. So my friends took advantage of my going anywhere with bad ideas, and we ended up at the Seville. Suddenly, my friend is looking over at me and goes, oh, are you crying? I was a little bit happy with how that night went, and I cried at a strip club, everyone. That is how my life is going right now. All right, thank you for welcoming me to Sisyphus, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Give it over Adam DeLong, everybody. Let him hear it. I'm just impressed. Every time I cry at a strip club, it is not victorious, so that's pretty impressive. Never do that. Your next comic coming to the stage also fucking works here. Look here, you fucking drunks. The next guy coming to the stage helps you also get drunk. Show some fucking respect. Please welcome coming to the stage, the very funny Alvin Irby, everybody!
Keep it going for Corey Adam. Keep it going for Corey Adam. Running the best open mic in the Twin Cities. Come on! Why are your arms still crossed? Uncross them. Shit. That normally works for Corey Adam. You guys, I'm home, so this is my safe zone. I'm not a big fan of condoms. I don't like condoms, guys. What I don't like even more than condoms, it's real, man. Kids and AIDS. I don't like them. I really don't like them. So you got to wrap it up. All right. Lady friend of mine, she gave me a call. She said, "Hey, Alvin, you want to come over and watch a movie?" Sure. It's 3:30 in the morning. I love to come over and watch a movie. I'm an excellent movie watcher. Didn't have any prophylactics, didn't have anything. I said, "Hey, friend, you got a rubber I could use?" He was like, "Yep." He was ready like a Boy Scout. Here you go. Just prepared. He handed me a Magnum condom. Some lost faces out there. Magnum condom. It's like a sleeping bag and a tent put together. All right? And this was doubly weird because my friend was Asian. I think you got your math wrong on this. This is like a mid-sized wetsuit for you. What are you doing with this Magnum condom, dude? Didn't even fit me. It didn't even fit me. Size 11. Even the Asian dude's laughing at me because he knows that's bullshit. Even the one Asian guy, he's laughing. He's like, "That's bullshit." Yeah. No, I'm breaking down stereotypes tonight. I could not fit the Magnum, guys. Had to tie a knot at the end of it. Is this ribbed? Yeah, it's ribbed. Yeah. You guys. All right. When I was younger, I got into a lot of fights as a kid. I got bullied for, people used to sing Alvin and the Chipmunk to me, It sucks. Got into a lot of fights. I can't do that now that I'm older because they call that assault. So now whenever somebody pisses me off, pushes my buttons, I just threaten to tickle him. It was more embarrassing getting tickled by a grown-ass man in public or liking it. Now, I would do it just enough to make you piss yourself, right? Or it sucks for you. It's funny for me. But what if I go too far? You know, you make yourself, you kill a guy. Can't explain that shit to the cops. They arrest you, put you in finger cuffs. Charge you with first-degree man tickle. It's a real thing. Now you're in jail. Now you're called Tickle Monster. That's your name now, Tickle Monster. So now you got to make an example of the biggest guy in the yard. You're not going to be anybody's bitch, okay? Hey, my man. Break the pickle. Come here, bitch. Break this pickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Give me those feet. Tickle, 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 tickle. But he's not ticklish. Not at all. And that's when he introduces you to his tickle monster. Yeah. And it tickles the first time. You guys, that got really rapey at the end, didn't it? It just got a little too dark for Sisyphus. So let me lighten this up before I get out of here. You know who you never see getting tickled? Old people. You know why? Because they'll die. That's why they're always cranky. I love to tickle my grandfather, though. Not because I want to see him die, no. Because I love to see his colostomy bag fill up. It's awesome. You guys, I'm Alvin Irby. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Keep it going for Alvin Irby, everybody. Your next comic coming to the stage is a founding member of the Minneapolis Comedy Death Squad. Please welcome the very funny Chris Maddock, everybody.
Hey, thanks. You know, my friend's coming to town. I'm from here, and my friend's coming to town during Christmas, so we can all go out to the bar together. You know, we went to high school, my high school buddies, and I lost my ID, and I'm 41, and you can't drink at a bar anymore if you're 41, but you don't have your ID. It's really stupid. I've been a bartender forever, and I understand because every year they make you do this class where you get together, and it's like a mandatory thing for bartenders where they're like, hey, you can, we'll hang you by the neck if you serve a 20-year-old adult an adult beverage, just so you know. And but the thing is the law is that if you're over 21, you can have a drink. I'm 41. Look, so we go to the bar, and I'm with 3 of my friends, and we're all 41. And we go there, I don't have my ID. And the 25-year-old bartender's like, where's your ID? I'm like, I lost it. He's like, why'd you lose it? I'm like, because I'm fucking old. I'm 41. But, it's fine, right? Like, well, you can't drink in here without an ID. And I was like, well, actually, you can. You just can't be under 20. I'm 41. Can we we went to 3 different places before I was like, I'm not having this anymore. And the 25-year-old bartender, 25. He's 25. Where's your ID? Oh, the last guy who was 25 and asked me for it, I placed it up his ass. So it's actually, I just need to drink here right now because we've been to 3 bars. And I like to hang out with my friends, or as you might consider them, maybe my dad's friends, or do you think maybe I'm just 41? And we're all 41, or am I hanging out with my 3 fucking youngest uncles? Or am I just 41? Is there some sort of I'm 41 whether or not I have a piece of paper or plastic in my wallet. Could I take a Nirvana Pearl Jam test that I could ace for you? That I could, does my favorite rapper look like he starts with Ice or Lil? I could show you my DVD collection. I'm 40 fucking 1, dude. Do you think that, look at my eyes, look at me. Do I look like I graduated high school 18 months ago? Or am I 41? Does anyone have this little hope in their eyes at 20 years old? I'm 41, dude. Let's be fucking reasonable about this, motherfucker. Like, do I look like I'm into thirst traps or nappy dugouts? How about that? I'm 41. Like, this is, I don't care. How about this? If nothing else, here's what a 20-year-old never says when he's trying to drink illegally in your bar. Well, how old are you? 41! Like, you don't double your age and add a year. Nobody lies about being 41! Sorry, man. Hey, look at me. Imagine if I brought your sister, if your sister brought me to Thanksgiving. Oh, am I younger than you? Or are you suspicious? Like, what, right? I'm at Thanksgiving. Think. Use your brain. Last thing he goes, sorry, I can't, man. Just the police, they send in, sting operations. Oh, how about this? Sting was in the police. Do you know that? I know that. Did fucking little shithead rap about that before he OD'd? Your generation is garbage. Think! You ever go to a restaurant like one of those Applebee's style places or whatever? You end up having to do that for the holidays for some reason. But there's a restaurant descriptor for food. It says something is smothered in something, like smothered in our mushroom sauce. It's like that is the only time that you are expected to take the word smothered as a positive. As on menu terms. Like the only time anyone uses smothered is serial killers or like overbearing mothers who then turn their sons into serial killers. That's the only time you use the word smothered. Oh, you're going to want to take these wings and watch their last breath before them. Take it off right at the last second and then do it some more. Smothered. Can I get my smother on the side? I still want way too much sauce. I just want it on the side. I think that's all I got. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Chris Maddock, everybody. Let him hear it.